Hi Tanya, how are you? Welcome to Chalchitra Talks.
I'm good. Thank you. Thank you for having me.
I'm really excited about this conversation and you guys have such a great office. हम तो
Thank
बहुत
you.
सारी photos ही खींचे जा रहे थे.
Chalo, then at the end we'll take a picture.
Great.
Yeah, it's a fun space. It's a nice place to work at. Yesterday, someone said very excited. Someone described it very well. Actually, they said it's a mind spa where you come in and you feel calm enough to think and work creatively. I said that's the best description of our office.
ये meditation room भी हो सकता है totally. Yeah.
यहाँ पे बड़ी लड़ाइयाँ होती हैं. I'll tell you that. This is a creative room.
Great. But I'm very excited about this conversation. हम Netflix की बात करेंगे, हम recommendations की बात करेंगे because चलचित्र पे आए हो तो हम आपसे recommendations तो लेंगे. पहले लेकिन मैं आपको एक चीज़ बताऊंगा. So वरुण ग्रोवर हमारे चैनल पे आए थे and उन्होंने एक बहुत सही एक हमें analogy दी डॉक्यूमेंट्रीज ऑफ फिक्शन शो स्लैश फिल्म्स के बारे में कि उन्होंने कहा कि अगर कोई चीज़ झूठी होती है तो जब आप उसके ऊपर कुछ बनाते हो तो वो सच्चा लगना चाहिए एंड अगर कोई चीज़ सच्ची होती है एंड इफ यू मेक अ फिल्म ऑन इट तो वो झूठी लगनी चाहिए एंड बाय दैट ही वाज ट्राइंग टू एक्सप्लेन लाइक इफ देयर इज अ डॉक्यूमेंट्री जो कभी कभी इतनी सच्ची है कि लगे कि भाई ये तो हो ही नहीं सकता एंड द सेम होल्ड्स ट्रू फॉर फिक्शन कि अगर झूठ है तो वो सच्चा लगे कि मैं विली वोंका के वर्ल्ड में हूँ बट इट लुक्स ट्रू सो व्हाट डू यू थिंक ऑफ दैट आर दीज गुड लाइक वेज टू डिस्क्राइब व्हाट डॉक्यूमेंट्री डॉक्यू सीरीज वर्ल्ड इज एंड व्हाट फिक्शन वर्ल्ड इज
I think it's great wordplay. It's very close to the truth. I think what he's saying is that whichever format you operate in, there are a few essentials. There's authenticity. Right. There is surprise. Right. There is the feeling of actually ऐसा लगे या वैसा लगे कुछ लगना चाहिए. You know, you should डर लगना चाहिए, खुशी होनी चाहिए, excitement feel होनी चाहिए, thrill feel होना चाहिए, but you must feel something. Yeah. And then the formats doesn't matter. And actually that is one of the key things that we operate with. कि for us, whether it's a documentary, whether it's a reality show, whether it's a film, whether it's a series, actually what it is a must watch story. It's not necessarily just a documentary. तो अगर हमारे Indian Predator series देखें तो they are actually stories of you know how a criminal got into crime, उस type का crime. अगर आप बुरारी देखें तो it's a larger story on a belief and family secrets. और अगर आप खाकी देखें तो it is two clash between privilege and lack of privilege, but how they can actually come together as absolute rivals in a thrilling chase. So it's actually a good story, a story that moves you, that compels you, I would say. But I love the phrasing Varun used.
और जो आपने ये चीज बोली कि कुछ लगना चाहिए, इससे मेरे को एक कोट याद आया. वो फिल्म मेकिंग का एक कोट है कि देयर इज ओनली वन sin in filmmaking and the cardinal sin is dullness.
Yes.
डल नहीं हो सकता. बाकी कुछ भी कर लो.
Yeah, it's what they say na, love us, hate us, but you can't ignore us. You have to feel something.
Yeah. So that is great. Now I want to ask you something about Netflix India.
Please.
So कोई भी एक कैलेंडर जैसे होता है तो उसमें एक BC एरा था और एक AD एरा है जिसमें हम अभी रह रहे हैं. सो एक कैलेंडर रीस्टार्ट होता है तो हर जने की लाइफ में एक ऐसा मोमेंट आता है, हर कंपनी की लाइफ में एक ऐसा मोमेंट आता है व्हेन द कैलेंडर रीस्टार्ट्स, व्हेन द BC to AD स्विच हैपेंस. नेटफ्लिक्स इंडिया के लिए which was that moment or that event which led to the BC to AD transition?
That's a lovely question. So actually, as you know, Netflix is a world leader in entertainment, and we came to India in 2016, and actually we had such a banging start. You know, Sacred Games, Delhi Crime, some of our early films, lots of love from everybody, a great reception from, India. And then there was the period where we were building up to what I think is that switch. And that moment, or actually it's not a moment, it's a really long moment called 2022. Nice. I think this year has been the year, actually we are fairly recent team, मतलब अभी भी ऐसे recent लगता है. We just, all of us came together as a team in 2019. And ये पूरी slate जो बनाने के लिए, to put together the strategy for India, the local team and the local strategy, it has taken, these 2.5 years, which feels like a lot, but it is actually the quickest time that anybody has done something to, program an entire slate. तो हमारी ambition थी कि हम original series करें, original films करें. We have a very strong licensed portfolio. We have non-fiction, reality, documentaries, comedy. And actually अगर आप 2022 को देखें तो we started the year with a bang with ये काली काली आंखें and the Kapil Sharma special, and now we've gone through the year with highlights like Gangubai, RRR, She Season 2, Delhi Crime Season 2, Jamtara Season 2. We've had a phenomenal returning season of Mismatched. We've had a really successful season of Khaki, Darlings, RRR, and all our series trend roughly between 10 to 12 countries across the world. So the ability to take this amazing content from these amazing creators in India to a larger footprint that Netflix can bring, that is really the premium that Netflix offers to its creators, its closest partners. It has been a delightful experience, and actually the exciting part is we're just getting started. And I think one more big milestone has been that we've just at the start of the year, the biggest adaptation that we've been able to do is actually change our price for India. Adapt our UI in Hindi. These are changes that were, that India pioneered in a way, led the charge on in a way. I think other big milestones is that we are working with so many different creators from, we have deep partnerships, long-term partnerships with Excel Entertainment. We're doing Guns and Gulabs and more with Rajan DK. Mr. Bansali is doing Hira Mandi for us. Neeraj Pandey has just done Khaki, and we're doing more with him. We're actively working towards, working with young talent, whether on screen, off screen, all of it. So it's a very exciting phase. आपको लगता है?
बिल्कुल लगता है. मेरे को एक यहाँ पे एक चीज आपको बतानी थी जो मैंने सोचा नहीं था बट मेरे को याद आई. इट्स बिहाफ ऑन माय पेरेंट्स कि मेरे पेरेंट्स ना बहुत बार पूछते हैं कि कुछ बता क्या देखें, नेक्स्ट क्या देखें, तू तो चैनल BCGs का चलाता है. सो वन ग्रेट थिंग अबाउट नेटफ्लिक्स इज कि बाहर के भी अगर कोई टाइटल्स हैं और लॉट ऑफ इट इज डब्ड इन हिंदी.
Yes.
And I think no one else is doing it the way Netflix is doing. So my parents like watched this movie Tom Hanks की Terminal.
हाँ.
और वो हिंदी में थी तो अब मैं कुछ भी जाता हूँ मैं देखता हूँ ये भी हिंदी में, ये भी हिंदी में. So that's a very great. ये ऐसी मतलब मैंने सोचा नहीं था ये बात होगी but I'm just saying this is.
No. And actually the kind of rigor and the intensity our dubbing team puts in to, we're taking a lot of titles and actually retroactively dubbing them so that they can be accessible to our members and our members enjoy them. So we're dubbing in Hindi, in English and in our South languages.
Wow. एंड आपने इतने सारे टाइटल्स बताए जो 2022 में आए, उससे पहले भी आए हैं जो आने वाले हैं. सो नेटफ्लिक्स हैज फाउंड सम ग्रेट टैलेंट्स बोथ ऑन स्क्रीन एंड ऑफ स्क्रीन. सो हु आर सम ऑफ दोज टैलेंट्स लाइक दैट यू टेक प्राइड इन कि हाँ these are the ones Netflix India discovered?
The good thing is I think we've been lucky, and I'll give our entire creative team a lot of credit that who we love, I think our members also really love. So I'll start with, loving all our talent equally, but the first one, the one that we had so many memes about, we love Radhika Apte. We were so happy to have her back in Monica, oh my darling. I think also this year we've had so many, like if I start from the beginning of the year, it's just easy for me to sort of share with you. Ye Kali Kali Aankhein was directed by Siddharth Sen Gupta. He's not really, I can't call him a new voice, but he was new to Netflix. He made his debut on Netflix. He's a very renowned television director. It starred Aanchal, and she's a new face. We had Aditi Pohankar in She. They're no longer that new, but Prajakta Kohli and Rohit Saraf, and actually the whole cast of Mismatched, they were discoveries. We have the cast of Jamtara, Sparsh. They are doing so much work. It makes us so proud. We recently were in a screening for something and we saw Sparsh in it and we said, "Arey, ye to hamara." So he's our talent. We love making sure that they're doing a lot of work with us, and we are enjoying their sort of ability to innovate, reinvent themselves. I would also call out Avinash Tiwari and Karan Thakur from Khaki. Avinash has just been fabulous. I think his performance as Chandan Mahato has been acclaimed. Everyone has loved it. Again, Karan Thakur is not really a new face, but new to Netflix.
Yeah.
And in the same grain, I'm really excited actually to look forward to Karishma Tanna. Her performance in Scoop, Hansal Mehta's show, is fabulous. And very soon we should, unveil the cast of our series Class, which is the adaptation of Elite, and they are all new talent.
Nice. And I also like the whole thing that Netflix did with Kapil Sharma special, right? Because kabhi kisi ne nahi socha tha कि you would see him in that light. So I just, in these names, I also wanted to mention कि
Yes.
Kapil Sharma, because मैं 9 standards से like उनकी पूरी journey देखी, and then seeing a Netflix special जैसे Trevor Noah या Dave Chappelle का आता है, वैसे बहुत अच्छा लगा था वो देख
No,
के.
Kapil worked very hard. We all sort of, he's used to doing, he has an audience, such a vast audience that loves him every single weekend, every night, that we had to tell him that Kapil, abhi yahan pe kuch alag karna padega. And he was so willing. He worked so hard. It was a pleasure working with him. And he, all those incidents are actually true. And so he really did open up. And I think वो honesty जो हम पहले बात कर रहे थे, वो दिखती है.
Yeah, that is there. And since Netflix के through इतने सारे नए talents आए हैं, what are some of the initiatives that like Netflix is bringing across to enable like these new voices? जैसे I also know of Take 10 जो आप लोगों ने short films के लिए किया था. So can you tell us about these initiatives?
Take 10 was a wonderful initiative which was actually to encourage new voices, new creative voices, because I think एक बार when you operate in a creative, community, एक responsibility भी होती है that you're making sure that the creative community is being encouraged. There are fresh voices coming. How do we give back to the community? So we organized Take 10 to ensure that short filmmakers were funded to make their film, and the best 10 are on the Netflix YouTube channel. Yeah,
that is something, because मेरे कुछ friends हैं who also got like that, and like Film Companion के साथ भी I think there was association. So Anupama also like talked about it a lot. So that was a great initiative. So
there was another one which was a screenwriting partnership with NFDC for women to encourage female talent, who are interested in screenwriting. They were put through a workshop. There's the BAFTA Breakthrough, which also focuses on new voices. And overall, we do a lot to make sure that, if we are pushing our creators, if we are working with them constantly to bring new ideas, freshness, how do we input into it? So just access to foreign showrunners or writers who they can learn from as consultants. We offer a lot of that to our partners if they would like to take it.
Got it. आप इतने सारे स्टोरी टेलर्स के साथ काम करते हो, तो लाइक देयर आर सम गुड थिंग्स एंड सम बैड थिंग्स हर इंसान में, राइट? एंड कभी कभी हम किसी को देखते हैं तो ऐसा लगता है कि कुछ रेड फ्लैग टेरिटरी है. लाइक मैं तो हमारे फ्रेंड्स के साथ बात करता हूँ, ये मत करना, दैट्स अ रेड फ्लैग. बट व्हेन यू वर्क विद अ स्टोरी टेलर, व्हाट आर सम ऑफ द ग्रीन फ्लैग्स that you notice ki, okay, this is something which I liked, and this is in the green flag territory?
I think green flag is a great coinage. I'm going to use this. Thank you for giving it. I think storytellers must have conviction. एक idea होता है which you sort of bake and cook over a certain time, and with time actually that idea only gets sharper. So I think first and foremost, I always look for, are we clear about what the idea is? Where is this going? Because if an idea is not clear, then it leads to confusion on both ends. We are not sure कि बनाना क्या चाहते हैं, and they are sort of developing as they go along, which can work out well. And if it doesn't, then it's not great experience for both of us. So one is clarity, but I think more than that is a lot of passion. A lot of emotion. When I say that, जो मैं पहले भी बोल रही थी, how does it make you feel? Like, what is the idea? How do you want me to feel about it? Am I feeling something deeply, positively or negatively? Am I reacting deeply? And then I think memorable characters. Characters who stay with me, characters who relate to me, talk to me in some way. When I say me, I mean like an audience. Characters who I can root for. That's something that is very important for us. That do you actually, जो protagonist है या antagonist है, do you root for them for some reason or the other? Do you want them to reach their goal? Otherwise, going on a long journey with them, whether it's 2 hours or 8 hours, is difficult. And exciting worlds. what are you unlocking? What's behind the closed doors? What is that world that opens up, and how does your imagination get triggered? I think that.
And is it easier to work with new filmmakers, actors, or like any cinematographer per se? In the sense, are they more malleable या same ही होता है कि अगर कोई पहले से है या कोई नया हो? Like, is there any difference that you particularly find while working with them?
I think all creative people are passionate. So that's the unifier.
Yeah.
You know, whether you're experienced or whether you're new, they're passionate about their idea. So with a new person, maybe they are also very close to their idea. And with an experienced creator, they've been through a certain journey, so maybe there is more room for discussion. But the passion is unanimous. And easy or difficult, I don't think it makes a difference. I think it's how deeply they feel about the idea, how much they want to make it. It's really about when you get onto that vibe of a show or of a story. And then, you know, where that journey goes. Sometimes you sort of have differences in opinion, but sometimes you also, when you're enjoying the ride together, it can make magic happen.
Yeah. Do you have any rules when you work with the creative minds कि ये नहीं बोलना या like obviously like we all want to give the creative people full liberty.
Yeah.
But आपने कुछ ऐसे fundamentals बनाए हो कि these are certain things which I do when I work with the people who are bringing in their shows. Yeah, this is a no for me.
Yeah.
And can you tell us a little about it?
I think we believe in a lot of freedom, but like I was saying ना, that अगर clarity है कि idea क्या है, तो वो freedom अच्छे, it'll work well, right? If the clarity is not there, then the freedom might actually work against the creator. We do operate with a lot of freedom. We collaborate very closely to see how we can help our creators do their best. What is the kind of support do they need, technical or otherwise, or creative? You know, we offer that support. But I think if there's one like must have for me, it is who the audience for any title is.
Yeah.
Who are we making this for, and how does this talk to them, and how new and fresh is the idea? Yeah, it can't be another story. It has to be a must watch. There's so much content being made in India right now that how does this content actually stand up for itself, and how does it talk to its audience?
Yeah. Now, मैं Netflix related बहुत सारे question पूछे, अब आपसे related
Oh
भी
my
like
God.
I have some questions. Like ever since you joined Netflix and became the series head, कोई ऐसी belief या कोई ऐसी habits like जो over the years change हुई and which have really helped you?
There's a lovely quote by Vincent van Gogh that great things are done by a series of small things brought together.
Wow.
So I relate to it with my Netflix journey, or actually I think a lot of our team will also relate to it, that it has been a long journey, but step by step we've built, you know, 2022, and sitting in December of 2022, when we look at 2023, it feels so exciting because despite it having been, you know, a 3-year run or a 6-year run in India, ऐसे लग रहा है that we are just getting started, and 2023 is looking so exciting. If 2022 was exciting, 2023 is like double the excitement. So it's a great place to be.
Wow. Now I am going to take some recommendations
Okay.
from you because you are on Chalchitra, so I have to do it. आप true crime के like fan or do you like watching true crime?
Absolutely.
Which is your favorite true crime show?
It's a no-brainer for me. Delhi Crime.
Same.
Oh, lovely.
I love Delhi Crime. And like I was telling you, I like the season 2 better than season 1.
That's amazing. You know, we were very just anecdotally when Shefali and all of us, Tanuj and me, we were promoting and doing the sort of conversations for season 2. Everybody was so nervous because it's such big shoes to fill. And such a big title to sort of match up to with an Emmy win and everything. But we are so relieved that everybody loved it. And actually a lot of people say that season 2 they liked over season 1.
Nice. आपके guilty pleasures क्या हैं? Like in regard to movies, आपको like when you are like wanting to unwind, आप किस type की चीज देखना पसंद करते हैं?
Emily in Paris is coming. I'm so happy. I love the lighter, जो बोलते हैं ना chick flicks.
हाँ.
I love those. I love Emily in Paris, Bridgerton. There was during COVID, like the pandemic, I had a false alarm, but I was very happy because you had to isolate now for 3 days. I watched like 2 seasons of Emily in Paris during that. Then I love Virgin River. Sorry, it's all coming on Netflix. It's not by design, but I'm just saying Virgin River was another such one. Mismatched is another, guilty pleasure. Yeah, there are a lot.
Are there any like movies or shows which are not on Netflix that you like?
Yeah.
Like, can you recommend us a few?
Asur on Woot. I really enjoy This Is Us.
Ah.
I enjoy Game of Thrones. House of Dragons. I enjoy the Harry Potter series.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Which is your favorite Harry Potter movie or book?
I think the second part. Second or third, I can't remember.
Second is Chamber of Secrets?
No, I can't decide between the two.
Ah.
Like a Prisoner of Azkaban or Chamber of Secrets. Uske baad, I think it got a little.
मैं बहुत बड़ा है. Like, so I have a pet, like her name is Dobby.
Oh.
And my brother has a pet, his name is Albus.
Oh God.
So हमारा तो पूरा Harry Potter based.
Yeah, Harry Potter is great. So now I actually am reading it again with my children. So it's great fun.
बहुत अच्छी आपने movie and show recommendations दी.
I also really love the Indian classics.
Tell me.
Like I was trying, like I mentioned my children, right? So I was trying to show my son Laksh, Mr. India. Then I showed him Iqbal.
Wow.
These films, which will relate to like a 9-year-old boy. Yeah.
These are amazing. And how big is music a part of your life?
It's a fairly integral part of my life. I'm married to a musician, so it's it's at home and at work. It's constantly there, but I listen to milder music.
Like if you have to give us any music.
Right now, I'm obsessed with SAQ from Mismatched. Rekha Bhardwaj's track. I love that. I love Prateek Kuhar's tracks.
Yeah.
My son is exposing me to his music, which is I'm listening to Bones from Imagine Dragons. It's quite a fun track. I like it. I listen to a lot of instrumental. Like I listen to like piano and flute. Yeah. Those are my things.
Do you also do like मैं 1 hour piano चला के
when I'm reading scripts, I put it like as another page with it just like a flute music or sitar music just playing in the background. I'm reading my script. So it's like therapeutic for me.
This is amazing. And now I want to talk about book recommendations.
Yes.
So if you want to recommend a book to an aspiring entrepreneur or anyone in the field of business, one must read book for the people on the business and commercial side of things.
I would say I'm not a very business book experienced person, but I would say No Rules spoke to me even as a amateur in that sense. I'm more of a creative person than a business person, but No Rules, I love the way Reed thinks, and he's so simple and effective with his thoughts. So from a business perspective, I think it talks to you and takes the lesson beyond business into life.
Wow.
Yeah.
तो अब तो हमें नॉन बिजनेस बुक भी पूछनी पड़ेगी. तो कोई in general which are your favorite books?
There's the Little Prince.
Oh shit, like my team, because we talk about Little Prince a lot. So
really?
मेरी जो co-founder है, like so we were planning on going on road and Little Things छोटा जो उसका आता है वो 100 rupees कहते हैं. So we thought like we'll buy 100 of those and like just go and gift random people.
Oh my
Little
God.
Things.
No, I find it so amazing. Every single time you read Little Prince, you find something new in it. Every time you read it, you can read it from someone else's perspective. It is just amazing. Recently I had gone for a leadership training and our assignment was, one of the things was to read Little Prince. And then, just we had to, like, there was a thing around it. But I read it twice and I was like, my God, I've read it from the perspective of the snake ones, the wise old man ones. It's amazing.
Have you seen the movie Little Prince?
No, I have to. I plan to see it.
Movie is also good and the music, it's very good. You should definitely check that out.
Yeah. There is a deep sort of wiseness across the book which talks to me at many levels, about life, about work, any situation actually. I think it's a very relatable book.
I have to message someone the moment this episode gets over. Like, she mentioned Little Prince.
And there's another one, if you like that, there's another one called The Boy, the Fox, the Mole and the Horse, is it?
Both these books have been recommended on Chalchitra by Vani, who recommends books on our channel.
That book is amazing. So I bought that book for my son, but as I was reading it to him, I was just like, I don't think he's going to get as much value from this book as I am, because the life truths are astounding in it.
I think a lot of people mistake children's
Yes.
books and think it's बच्चों की है,
Correct.
but it's not true.
It's not true. It's not true. Yeah.
Yeah. But these are some amazing recommendations. एक last आपसे recommendation मैं लेना चाहता हूँ. Again, a standard question we ask all our guests. Anything that you bought for less than 10,000 rupees that you would recommend people to buy or invest in?
I can think of a lot of things, but I think the top of the list would be a Netflix subscription. Month on month for many months. So yeah, you can really enjoy, the best entertainment in the world for many months. So use those 10,000 rupees across, like value for life.
Such a great answer. And what can we expect next from Netflix in 2023?
Oh my God, strap your seatbelts on. No, I'm joking. A lot actually. Like today we've announced our series for Jan, which is a very gripping, very intense series about the Uphaar tragedy called Trial by Fire. It's been directed by Prashant Nair. This is his first series again for Netflix. It has Rajshri and Abhay Deol in it. And it is about the incident which has never been spoken about, an incident that actually 150 people were stuck in and died. So it was, it's a very moving series. After that, and I was telling you earlier, there's an amazing doc series coming out on the 6th of Jan called The Hunt for Veerappan. It's a force to sort of reckon with. It's an amazing one. The whole year actually brings the best of creators and titles and talent to Netflix. So we have fresh dynamic faces in the cast of Class, which is the Elite adaptation. We have the power-packed Scoop, Hansal Mehta's Scoop with, Karishma Tanna. We have Rana Naidu, which is the adaptation of Ray Donovan, which has Rana Dugubati and Venkatesh. So the uncle and nephew combination come on screen as a power-packed father and son relationship. It's really an outstanding series to watch out for, if I may say so myself. We have Abhishek Chaube's Soup. It's a quirky comedy which has Manoj Bajpayee and Konkana Sen. It's really unique in its flavor. We have so much more coming. We have the Archies. Yes. Film, lots is happening. Yeah. If 2022 was something exciting, we really believe that we pack in a punch in 2023.
And we'll keep seeing those new voices in 2023.
Oh yeah, not just new voices. There are there are young voices who we haven't really announced those shows, so I'm not talking about, but young creators, young talent. We have we have a reality series, our first dating reality series from India called IRL, In Real Love.
Is it the Raghu one?
Yes, the Raghu and Rajiv Monozygotic has made this for us.
Yeah.
And it's really an interesting idea, I think, for all fans of shows like Love is Blind, Splitsvilla. This is going to be a delight.
Nice.
Then we have quite a few interesting docs as well planned. Yes, and lots of surprises, which I can't talk about right now.
This is amazing, Tanya. Is there anything that I might have not asked that you would like to talk about? It's just a thing I ask all my guests. Like, कोई चीज जो आपको लगता है कि अरे we should also talk about this. Yeah.
You tell us. You tell me. Let me ask you a question. What did you like this year on Netflix? What do you think we should do better?
So the dubbing part is great. That I'm really liking. Okay. And I like all the shows from India also and outside of India also on Netflix.
Yeah.
I really liked 1899. So I have a thing on my channel called a show a month and a book a month.
Yeah.
So I pick up a show that my whole channel, like we have 100K subscribers. So all of those people watch it together. And Vani, who is my co-founder, she picks up a book जिसमें उन्होंने Little Prince भी pick की थी.
Okay.
So 1899 was my show.
I'm watching that right now.
Yeah. How are you liking 1899?
I love it. I love that creator, that German creator. I'm sorry, I'm forgetting the name right away. But yeah. I love Dark. I love how he has sort of gone ahead to the next level with 1899. I know it's a little slow, but I'm enjoying it.
And one of the things that I like about Netflix is कि if like it's a कैंडी स्टोर, हर जने के लिए एक कैंडी मिल जाएगी आपको.
Yes.
देयर इज समथिंग फॉर एवरी पर्सन.
You said it.
या कि आपके लिए भी है, अच्छा तुम्हें ये चाहिए. इट्स लाइक अ वेरी कॉम्पिटेंट शेफ कि अच्छा जो ऐसे खड़े हैं अपनी डेस्क पे, आपको क्या खाना है, राइट?
Yeah.
तो आपको दे देंगे वो.
Because, you know, we don't think that every story can be for every audience. The minute you take that boundary off, then you have the ability to actually make stories for different audiences. So there is a, you know, a young adult genre, there is thrillers, there is dramas, there are, you know, there's reality, there's films, there's Bollywood Wives and Burari on the same platform. So every night should be a Netflix night because every night you can't be in the same mood. So when you're happy, you should have that kind of content that complements your mood. When you're feeling a little more intense, so I also like very often equate it to a thali. Like we love thali में इतने सारे flavors होते हैं. So in India we like a little bit of tikha, you know, a little bit of meetha, a little bit of khatta. So just like that, our slate should be like that as well. Yeah.
Like some of the films that I love on Netflix, Chaitanya Tamane is The Disciple is there. Ivan Ayers, Sony is
course,
also on Netflix, and there are many films. And my all-time favorite film is Moneyball, the Brad Pitt one. So Moneyball is also on Netflix. So a lot of my favorites are there.
Nice.
So this is great.
Yeah.
So this was amazing. I hope you had fun.
I had a lot of fun.
And before we wrap this, I would like to urge everyone to, if you have 10,000 rupees, you can get 5 years of subscription of Netflix. And if you are watching it for the first time, if you are Tanya's fan, and if you are discovering us for the first time, do subscribe to Chalchitra Talks.
Please subscribe to Chalchitra Talks and watch everything that I've recommended on Netflix. I promise you, you'll enjoy it.
This is amazing. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.